everybody, Tim Norris here, aka GreyElephant.
I'm Carmen Norris.
And welcome to another live play preview of
Heroes Wanted by Action Phase Games.
So I was looking through the ads today and I saw that the champions of Zeta City were looking for a new member to join their team.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I think I gotta go get something out of the car.
Out of the car? Well, I gotta go to the bathroom. Okay, everybody, so let's explain a little bit what's going on here before we get right into the gameplay itself. Okay, first let's talk a little bit about our characters. I am the dreaded Dino Foot. Whenever I use my superpower, I get to move 2 and deal 5 damage to a character at range 1, and I get to be the first hero after that. I also will have a mutant power, which is a victory lap, which allows me to move 4 and deal 2 damage to a villain. My Dino ability allows me that the first time that I KO an underling, each round, you may KO another underling at range 1. So I'm going to be able to beat up these little brown guys, the little underlings, with ease because I'm going to stomp around on them. Carmen, who are you?
I am Fancy Cop. And what's cool about my superpower is that I get to move and deal damage.
She is insane.
Her superpower is Excessive Force, which means the underlings have 4 hit points. And the henchmen have 5 hit points, but I'm going to hit a minion with 187 damage, just to be sure.
Together they're both minions, okay?
Yeah.
Underlings, henchmen, together they're just, minions. So.
And then I roll the die, and a hero at range 1 gains an injury if I roll a 3 to 6. Because,
yes.
I just went that crazy out of control.
Yeah, she can't
so, the bad thing is my superpower does not work against villains. That's the only thing. And then Fancy means I get an extra costume action, which is pretty cool.
You're going to see just how awesome that is.
That's another card in my hand,
okay.
So that's awesome.
So both of us also have a quirk. So Carmen, what is your quirk? Now, one thing about a quirk is that whenever this tells you that it needs to activate, if you do not, you are going to lose points. So throughout the game, you're going to see us boop, pop up, and we're going to display our little quirk. Carmen, what is yours?
Mine is low-budget sound effects. Whenever you play a basic action during the hero phase, you must make a sound effect.
Okay, and I am overly apologetic. After you KO a character, you must apologize with sincerity.
I gotta tell you, I really enjoy the quirks. They really add a lot to the game. You can play the game without the quirks. It's not a party game, and it's not all about just this one funny thing. But they are funny, and I really enjoy them. And I gotta tell you, when there's more than 2 players even, you'll notice that it really adds a lot of fun. City Asylum.
Right! And what's happening is that all these guys are trying to run out. The doors have been opened, all the cells have opened, and everybody's trying to escape. And this actually almost is a co-op because we can both lose at this one. So what's interesting is that because these guys here are the henchmen, okay? And as we go around and start clobbering these, some are going to be revealed to actually be villains, okay?
Villains in disguise.
That's right, and this is the villain, okay? And what he's going to do, he's going to sit over here. As we defeat these, we are going to flip over these little event chips. If the number, there's 1 through 6, if the number 1 appears, then that means he's a villain. And we're going to take him off the board, replace him with this villain pawn, and then we're going to flip over the A and B to see what his head and his body is of what type of villain we are facing. We can lose the game if 3 villains move along this path and escape.
And we both lose.
And we both lose. We win the game if we defeat 3 villains, and then we'll tally up our scores. Each villain will have 15 health points, and I've already made 4 stacks of 15 health for each one of them here. Something else I was thinking.
These event tokens are bystanders that need to be rescued throughout the game.
So what's going to happen is we're both going to each take our turn, and then it's going to be the villain phase, which means that these guys, these little henchmen, are going to start moving along these arrows and try to escape out. Now, these minions, these underlings will never move. These underlings won't. They'll always stay placed, but more and more will start being spawned on the board, and the way we do that is we follow the villain phase that's listed right here, and we will cover that when we hit that spot. So,
as we play the game, we're going to gain points by completing these headlines. You notice rescued 1 bystander, KO'd a villain, KO'd another hero, KO'd 3 underlings, and KO'd 4 henchmen. So we're going to try to unlock those. That's going to unlock special things we're going to be able to get on our hero cards that'll help us out.
Right, and plus it's with victory points as well. So
yes.
Why don't we just get into it? First off, we had already done our roll-off, and I won, so I am first hero. So what's going to happen is I'm going to choose one of my 6 cards that I have in my hand. Carmen actually has 7 because she's got the fancy pants, and that gives her an additional costume action. So what I want to do is I want to get into this asylum and start seeing what I can do. So all I am going to do on my first turn is move. So I am going to move 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm just going to sit there and let this fool come down to me so I can start beating him up on my next turn. So Carmen?
I'm going to play my superpower.
All right, so her superpower is listed on her cop portion, the head part of her hero. And what does she do?
I move 3, and then I deal 187 damage to a minion at range 1. So I'm going to knock him out. Okay,
so she has completed, she's trying to, if she gets enough of these underlings, 3 of them, she's going to do this headline here. So if she gets a couple more of those... I absolutely love the cop portion of yours. Alright, so both of us have played a card, both of us have followed through. Now what happens is we're going to go into the villain phase. So if we look at number 1 on the villain phase, it says advance the threat track and resolve its effect. Okay, so we've got our little block here. We're going to put it on the number 1. Well, it's on a yellow spot. Okay, so if we look on the yellow spot of the villain phase, it says convicts flee. Move all the henchmen and the villain 2 spaces along their arrowed paths. If they would move off of the board, they have escaped. Okay, so we're going to move the henchmen 2 spaces along their arrowed paths, just like that. And then down it says number 2, villain and minions attack. Okay, so what that means is that, for instance, the henchmen, the gray guys, they attack with 2. These little underlings, they attack with 1. So if they're next to you in the next hex or share a hex with you, then you're going to get damaged.
And that's right here on the board. It shows how much they attack with.
So I'm going to get hit by a total of 3. So what I got to do is go through my cards, and I have to choose one that has enough stamina up in the upper right-hand corner. For instance, if you want to take a look at my costume, up in the upper right-hand corner, it's got a 7. That means it can defend 7 points of damage from you. And then plus it's got an ability under it. It says block, which means that it is basically a... this card is designed just for defense. And what it says, I could either move 1 or retrieve another basic or special action and put it back in my hand. So, anyways, did you have something?
Oh, I'm going to play press because I'm only getting attacked with 2. So
what's press allow you to do?
Nothing.
Nothing,
well,
just defend,
nothing
right.
in defense. It's
right.
just it's worth 2 stamina.
Well, I am thinking I will just use... I'm going to use my mutant power to defend for right now because it's not a lot, but it's just enough. And my mutant power is not going to help me too much yet. It does move me a lot, but I'm not worried about that. Okay, so now we go back to our phase, and we're going to attack again. So I am going to use a strike. Okay, my strike says become the first hero, deal 5 damage to a character at range 1. Okay, so... this henchman, he takes 5 hit points to defeat, so I am going to defeat him, but I have to see if he's the villain. So we're going to flip over the first chip. Nope, it is a number 4. So he goes down here in my little trophy section, and I get 2 points for defeating a henchman. Oh my god, I am so sorry. I was going this way, and I didn't see you, and I'm clumsy. I am so sorry. Yeah,
so,
he could run away, yeah.
I'm just going to play my charge, which allows me to move 1. And then I deal 4 damage to a character at range 1. So I take out this underling. Okay,
and she forgot to get 1 point for her first underling. You get 1 point for each underling you defeat, so that does give her 2 total points.
And that was my charge.
Woo, 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 woo! I did apologize for mine, so okay, we're good. Alright, so now we go back to the villain phase. So the first thing we're going to do is advance this. It's on a yellow space. So each one of these guys will move 2 spaces, like that. And we will now be attacked by them again. So I will get 3 points of damage again. And Carmen, you will be, I believe, 4 points of damage. Alright, so I am going to play my costume and retrieve back my strike. Carmen?
I'm going to play my costume. I retrieved charge.
Right, because it's a basic. So that can go back in her hand. So she discards the costume and is able to pull a card back just like I did. Alright, so now we go back into our phase again, and we're going to see if we can beat up some guys again. So I will play my strike again. Seems how I just got it back in my hand. And I'm going to strike at this guy right here. And let's flip this over, and we'll see. Nope, he is not the villain. So I get 2 more points for beating him up. And you know, look, I have justice prevails, and I'm sorry, this is all in the name of justice. It's your turn.
Okay. Let's see. I think I will play maneuver, which will allow me to move 4. So, vroom, vroom.
Okay, and now Carmen has stopped on an event spot, which means that she is going to be able to rescue a bystander. So Carmen gets 1 point for rescuing the bystander, and now she gets to take one of her little markers and place it on the headline because she did rescue a bystander. So I will take that from you and I'll place it on there for you, right there. And now that shows that she has rescued a bystander, so she's going to get 3 points at the end of the game.
Now I get to move 1, right? What do I get to do? I become the first hero.
Mm-hmm.
And I retrieve a basic or special action.
Or,
so...
no, you become first hero or retrieve a basic or special action. Okay, let's make sure we got this down right. Reading is hard, I understand.
Okay, well, I don't really care about being first hero. Then I'll just
so you'd rather retrieve. Okay.
I'll take my costume back.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll take press back.
Is that a special? Yep, yes. I think you can do that. Yep. Okay. So now we're going to go back into the villain phase, which means we are going to advance the threat track. Now, one thing to remember is that you either have the yellow or the red. We are in the red now. And it says, convicts flood through the doors. Starting with 1, place henchmen on all the numbered spaces. Place underlings on every unoccupied space at range 2 of a numbered space. So, we're going to first place these henchmen on all the opening spaces here. And then we're going to place more of the underlings at range 2. So every 2, as long as it's an open. See, I occupy that one, so 1 wouldn't go there. 1 will go here. 1 will go here and here. And did we get them all? Yep, that looks like that is it, because 1 would not make it there. Okay, so now we need to go into our defense again. So I'm going to get attacked by 3, because I got 3 guys around me. I think I will just play my charge as a defense, and I'll hold this right now. So,
okay, I'm getting attacked with 4. So I'll just play my costume again, and I will retrieve my maneuver.
Okay, so now it goes back into our phase of the heroes, and I am going to perform a rest action. Now, our rest action is going to allow me to collect up all my cards I have played, put them back in my hand. And now it goes back to Carmen's turn to play a card for her.
Alright, I am going to strike. And I'm going to...
hit him? Alright.
Deal 5 damage to a character at range 1.
Uh-oh! It's the villain! Okay, so let's... take these off here. And we will reshuffle those in a second. So let's see who the villain is. It is none other than... Professor Scorpion. Oh my god, Professor Scorpion. So let's see what Professor Scorpion does. Professor says henchmen deal +2 damage. And the Scorpion says deal damage to each hero equal to the stamina of his active action -1. So for instance, Carmen played Strike. Its active stamina is 6. So it actually, she would get 5 damage from him. But she's about to play something else on top of it.
I'm going to play Press because he now has more than 5 hit points.
Right.
So I'm going to deal 1 more damage.
So it's a total of 6 damage you've done to him, correct?
Yes.
Alright, so we're going to use this stack right here, the first stack, as his damage. He will now have 9 health left to go, and we've got to beat him up before he flees. So are you all finished?
Yes.
Okay, so we're now going to go to the villain phase, so let's advance this here. Now we are on the yellow, so henchmen are going to now start running off the board. So 2 of them have gotten off the board, but these guys don't matter. They just go back up here to the supply. So we're going to run them there, run him there, run him there, run him there, run him there, and run him there. Just like that. Now they're going to attack us. But we're also getting attacked by the Professor Scorpion as well, which Carmen's going to receive 1 damage from him, which really ain't that big of a deal. And then I'm not going to receive any damage at all because I don't have any active cards. However, keep in mind that the henchmen deal +2 damage, so they're going to hit us for 4 instead of just the regular 2. So I got 4, 5, 6, 7 damage coming at me.
Okay, and I only have 3 because of the villain and my 2 underlings. So I'm going to play Charge.
I'm going to play the costume, and that blocks all 7. So you've blocked yours, I've blocked mine, and because I can't retrieve a basic or special action, I'm just going to move him 1 and move him to this spot here. So, All right, and you are first player, so Carmen.
I am going to have to take a rest action and get my cards back into my hand.
Okay. And for me, man, oh man, oh man. I don't want to go too crazy because I want to get the... I wonder if I should do this one. Because I could use my mutant power and move 4 and deal 4 damage, but I'd rather him move to this spot here because he's going to do that next. So I think that I am going to move 1. I'm going to use my charge. I'm going to move 1 space, and then it says deal 4 damage to a character at range 1 as long as you're the first hero. Charge has +1 move. All right, so I'm going to deal 4 damage to this underling. Oh, I'm so sorry. Sometimes I get so excited and I just saw you, but I was really going, I am so sorry. I am really sorry. I didn't mean to hit you there. Which says, the first time you KO an underling each round, you may KO another underling at range 1. So I'm going to get this one here as well. And hello, 911? Yeah, it's me again. Yeah, I'm sorry. I lost control again. Can you hurry up and get here? Yeah, thank you. Thank you. It won't be much longer. Go into the villain phase again. So we're going to move this marker down 1. This guy moves 2. This moves 2. This moves 2. This moves 2. This moves 2. And he moves right onto my spot. All right, so Professor Scorpion, first off, he will deal... Oh, I'm sorry. First, you are first player, so you do your defense first. You will get no damage from Professor Scorpion, but it looks like you're going to get 2 damage from 2 underlings next to you.
2 damage. Well... I think I'll just go ahead and play this one, which has 4 stamina to block that.
Okay, and then for me, I'm going to receive 4 damage from this guy here, and then an additional 2 damage from Professor Scorpion. So that's 6 total damage. Ugh, that stinks. I think I am... He's got what? He's got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9... Man. Yeah, I'm going to need that. So he's doing 6 damage to me? Ah, shoot. I'm not going to be able to... Alright. I'm going to... Yeah, I'm just going to use my strike. It's just... that way I could keep all these cards. Okay. So I'll use my strike to defend that with. Okay.
Okay.
Alright. So now we go back. Carmen, you are first player. And
alright. I'm going to play Charge.
Charge! Are you the Jetsons?
Charge has +1 move because I'm the first
player.
hero, so I move 2. Then I deal 4 damage to a character at range 1, and I'm going to go ahead and add my press to that, so I deal 5 damage.
There you go. There's 5 points more of damage to him. Very good. Alright, so are you all finished up then?
Yes.
Alright, well then I will activate my superpower. And that will move 2 and deal 5 damage to a character at range 1, become the first hero. Let me see here. Yeah, okay. So I'll just stay right where I'm at, and I will deal 5 damage to Professor Scorpion, which then will defeat him because he only had 4 health left.
He is knocked out.
I am sorry, Professor, but I cannot allow you to escape. You are a bad, bad man. I'm sorry that I have to do this to you. I really, really am sorry. I put these wounds down here on the bottom of my deck because they will be worth victory points. And I also get to collect his card, and I get 1, 2, 3, 4 victory points for defeating the villain.
And now our newspaper is going to have a new headline. Dino Foot has knocked out 1 villain.
So I'm going to take this here, and I'm going to place that up there. And now we go back to the villain phase. So we're going to place this down, and we're going to put out more of the minions. And if you want to get the underling. The thing I like about the quirks is that in a lot of games, if you notice that, you know, when it's your opponent's turn, you can kind of zone out, you can play on your phone or whatever, and just wait till it's your turn, and then you can, you know, fulfill whatever actions you need to do. But because of these quirks, you really need to pay attention to what your opponent's doing, because if they do not perform that quirk, you get to call them out on it, and they're going to lose 2 points for each time they forget to do it. By 1, 2, 3, 4 total. And how about you?
I am also getting hit with 4.
Okay. So I can play my maneuver and I can defend all that stuff. So.
Okay, I will play my costume and get my charge back.
Charge! Alright, so Carmen, you are first player. So what you got? Oh, wait, actually you are not, because I played my superpower, which did allow me to become first player.
Oh, okay.
I forgot about that. So I am going to just rest and collect all my stuff back up. How about you?
Okay, I can play my charge again.
Mm-hmm.
Charge! Okay, so I move 1. Let's move here. I think.
You're going to beat him up just a little bit?
Yeah, 4 damage. So that's 4 damage.
And that is 3 underlings now that you have defeated. So you get to actually... Fancy Cup has now KO'd 3 underlings and is now going to be able to place one of her chips right here.
Unfortunately, we don't have a fanboy to announce this for us, so we have to do it ourselves.
So you will now unlock, if you look on her card, it says she gains Retaliate. That is an extra card now that is going to go into her hand that she's going to be able to use now to fight with, which Retaliate is insanely powerful. You also defeated a minion, so you do get a point as well.
Yeah,
so,
I keep letting you get my points for me, don't I?
Yep, and if you keep forgetting, I'll forget for you too. Okay, so you're all finished up, right?
Yes.
And then I rested, so we're now going to go into the villain phase. So let's move this down. These guys will all move off the board and escape. These move 2, this one moves 2, moves 2, this one moves 2, this one moves 2. Okay, so now we are back into playing defense. And so let's see, I've got 2, 3 that I'm going to have to defend. I'll just play my charge and defend all that with.
I've got 7, which makes costume very convenient because it is 7 stamina.
Perfect, and plus you get to retrieve another basic action or special.
I think.
Or move 1.
Let's see. I think I'll go ahead and get my charge back. Okay.
All right. So are you all finished up?
Yes.
You know what? I want to play the maneuver down for defense instead because I want to use the charge right now. What?
I forgot to use my retaliate.
Do you want to use the retaliate? I don't think it's a big deal.
We're not over the villain phase
so
yet.
What does the retaliate allows her to do is it's worth 0 stamina, but it's a block action. And what it does is that basically anybody that was dealing damage to her, she now deals 4 damage back to them at range 1. It's insanely powerful.
That knocks out an underling.
And that also gives you a point as well. So, all right, so I will start now this round, and I'm going to play a charge. I'm going to move up to this. Oh, shoot, you took that under. Well, I can do this. Okay, so I'm going to play charge, and I can actually move 2 spaces. I'm pretty happy here. So I'm going to KO this underling here for 4. I'm going to leave you my phone number, okay? I want you to call me, okay? After this is all over, okay, just call me. Let me know that you're going to be okay, all right? So because of my dino ability, defeat this one as well. And let's promise I did not mean to hit you like that. I am so sorry. Look, here, let me help you up. That also is going to unlock the next headline because that's 3 underlings for me. So I'm going to place my little thing there, and that allows me now to gain my surge ability. So, Carmen, it is your turn.
Okay, I am going to play Strike. I become the first hero and deal 5 damage to a character at range 1.
Okay, so
I'm going to deal 5 damage to this guy right here.
All right. So you just get 2 points.
Okay.
And did I get my 2 points for, let me see, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So sometimes when you're playing a game, at the same time you're explaining it during a video, it can be distracting, and that's why sometimes you'll see we'll forget to do things in order. I don't know how I'm at 10. Oh, I defeated the villain. So,
so that was 4.
Yeah.
So you actually didn't get your 2 points.
No, I did not get my 2 points. Okay, so you're all finished up then?
Yes.
Okay, so now we're going to go to defense. So what's going to end up happening here is, first off, we're going to move this little marker down. This guy is going to run off the board. This guy moves there. This guy there. 1, 2. 1, 2. All right, and this guy got away, and now it looks like I just have to defend 2 points of damage. So I think I'll use my mutant power to defend. Well, you know what? I'm going to use the costume, and I'm going to gain back my charge.
All right, and I'll use my 3 stamina to defend my 2 points of damage.
Okay, and you are first player, so
I'm going to have to rest.
Darn! I was going to clobber you if you didn't. Now you can KO the other heroes in this game because the premises is that you don't know the difference. You're all wannabes. You're no-named heroes trying to make a name for yourself. So just because you see another person in a costume doesn't mean you know that they're trying to be a hero themselves. Okay, so let's see who it is this time. It is none other than Muscular Shark. Okay, this guy's pretty tough actually. It says that this villain deals +2 damage to each hero with an injury, which neither one of us have an injury. Which that's kind of funny. You would think that like a shark senses like blood in the water and they go into the frenzy.
But that's muscular. It's not the shark ability.
So that's kind of funny how that matched up. And it also says that the shark ability is a beating frenzy. Deal 3 damage to each hero, but you do +2 damage to each hero without an action move, without a move action. So both of us are going to get 5 damage from him. All right. So first off, we've got to pull this guy out, and we are going to place him on the spot. And I did deal 5 damage to it, so let's do that there. And now we are going to go into the defensive portion of the game. So this will move down, so nobody's moving. And we're going to add some of these. You want to try to get the underlings on, because we are on a red spot now. So we're going to add more henchmen, and we're going to put underlings at range 2. So one goes there, on an unoccupied space right there. And that looks like it. Okay, so now we go into the defensive mode, which both Carmen and I are going to receive 5 damage from Shark. And then I've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 total damage. Ooh, goodness.
Yeah, I've got 9 now because of the new underlings that came in.
Well, okay. I'll play both of those there, and I'll show you exactly why here in just this.
Well, first, I'm going to play my Retaliate so that I can take one of these out. I'll take this guy off.
Okay, so that gives you a point.
Then I will play Costume, which allows me to retrieve
your
it.
Retaliate.
And then I still have 2 more points of damage to take care of. So I guess I'll just use my press. Okay.
All right, and so you're all finished up?
Yes.
Okay, so now it goes back to our phase. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play my Surge. This is the card I just gained, and the Surge says resolve in any order. If your mutant power is spent, activate your superpower. If your superpower is spent, activate your mutant power. So I now get to activate both my mutant and my superpower because both of them have been spent. So what I am going to do first is I am going to I get to move 4 and deal 2 damage to a villain. So I will move to this spot right here, and I will deal 2 damage to the villain. So 1 and 2. And now my superpower says move 2 and deal 5 damage to a character at range 1. Become the first hero. Let's see here. Trying to seek 2, 2, 2. He's going to go there. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to hit the villain again. Hopefully then Carmen can destroy him because he's only got 3 left. And I'll hit him for 5 more. And that will be it for me. So that's everything I can do. So, Carmen?
Okay. I almost played my Charge for defense because it has a move action on it. So it would have protected me a little more. But it looks like we got him.
Yeah. So you got him?
Charge!
Alright. And then there's his last 3 hits on him. And that will defeat Muscular Shark. And, Carmen, you get 4 points for that. Hey, get off of me. And then there's your trophy.
Yay.
And so you're all finished up, right?
These would go in achievements, but there's not enough room, so I'll put them over here.
Okay. So you all finished up then?
Yep.
Okay. So I will advance the thingy. And so these guys all ran away. This guy moves there. This guy there. Oh, you just knocked him on over, didn't you? I don't know what you did there.
He was here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And this guy would move right there. Okay?
Wow.
So now we go...
trouble.
Unfortunately, there's too much attack, and I only have a charge left to defend with, so I'm unfortunately going to gain an injury. Not cool. So an injury is going to mean that for the rest of the game, I will be dealt 1 extra point of damage every round.
Actually, that's only 7, so I'm cool. I can just play.
Yeah, you with that extra costume is huge.
I guess I'll take my charge back. No, I'll take my press back.
Okay. So you're all finished up then?
Yes.
All right. So because I had to let go of all my cards because I took a wound, I have to perform a rest action now. So now I'm going to have all these cards back up in my hand. And I'm going to reset these real quick while Carmen performs her turn. So we got 1 more villain we need to defeat, and the game will be over. So far, man, it's only been 10 turns. We have been flying through this.
Okay, I'm going to use my superpower because I want to move away from this dangerous area over here.
Yeah, I got a beat down about to get unleashed on me. Don't move too far away because these guys are all going to move here, and we can try to see if we can find the villain.
So I'm going to move right there that's move 3. Deal 187 damage just to take care of this guy right here. Okay?
2 points.
We want to see if he's the
Ready?
villain.
Oops. Nope, number 4.
Okay.
All right, so you're safe there. And so that would be it with that. So let's move the little marker. We're on a yellow space. So this guy escapes. This guy moves there, moves there, moves there. And that's all of them. Wow, we are whooping these guys up. Okay, so now we get the damage delivered to us. So I'm going to receive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 total. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to get 3, so I'm going to play my Retaliate and take one of these guys out. I'll take...
That gives you a point.
This one. And I got to defend the damage with 4 stamina. Okay?
Okay. I think I'm going to stay where I'm at. So I'm taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage. So I'm going to have to probably... I'm just going to play my... I don't want to do my strike, though. I think I'm going to do these 2 instead. Okay. All right. All right, so ready? The amount of stamina I put down did not actually cover the amount of damage my character took because I forgot to count my 1 point for my injury. I want to use my superpower. And my superpower allows me to move 2 and deal 5 damage to a character at range 1, and I become the first hero, which I already am. So I am going to aim for this guy right here. So let's see if he is the villain first. No, he is not. But that. Oh my God! Oh look, it's just been a really long day, and I know that all of us are getting really excited here. And I mean, I didn't mean it. Look, I kind of meant it, but I really didn't. But I didn't mean it to be that hard.
Put the new headline in.
For what?
From
you defeated a villain, didn't you?
Yeah, I KO'd a villain.
Yep.
So let's see what I'm wanting to do.
Okay.
I could move 3, and a hero at range 1 gains an injury.
Are you serious? You're going to give me a second injury?
Now you may be wondering, if we're working together to defeat this villain, why am I giving Tim an injury? Well, this game is actually a competition. It's competitive, and it depends on the number of points that you get is who wins. I'm going to take 2 points away from him at the end of the game. I'm going to make it harder for him to defend himself throughout the game this way. So this way, I might just win.
Well, what do you do now? Is that it?
Oh yeah, because I'm resting. Sorry.
Okay. All right. So now we go back to the villain phase. So we're going to move this down to the red. And we're going to place on more of these guys. So try to work on the underlings, and I'll get these guys on real quick. And they go at range 2. And that looks like that's it. Okay. All right. So now we go back to us fighting. So let's see. We've got what? 1. Man. All right. I'm going to do a strike. All right. And let's see if this guy is the villain. No, he is not. I am so sorry. I mean, I do not know my own strength. And you are such a smaller person than me that I don't really know how to control sometimes. I'm really, really sorry. I also now get to unlock one of my headlines. So I think what I am going to do... Boy, both of them are good. I like the move 2 and lose an injury ability. But I think I'm going to retrieve 2 actions instead. So I'm going to put this right there. And I get to retrieve 2 actions. So I'm going to retrieve my strike and my superpower. So, okay, Carmen?
Okay, I'm going to play my superpower and move 3. And do 187 damage to this.
All right, let's
minion.
see. No!
Okay.
Dang. Did you unlock, is that your 4th one?
No.
Nope, just your 3rd. Okay. Man, hey, really. Okay, so we're all done?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's move this down. They're going to move 2. These guys both escape.
Now, throughout the game, you're going to get points for knocking out a villain or getting a certain number of henchmen, and you want to do this before your opponent so that you get more points on the headline. So you really want to pay attention to what cards they're playing and how close they are to accomplishing these headlines. And in addition, if you pay attention to the cards they're playing, then you can take advantage of a weak spot and knock them out. Well, first I'm going to use Retaliate. Get one of these guys.
That gives you a point. Okay.
And then I'll use my costume and I'll just take Retaliate back.
Okay. And you're all finished up?
Yep.
All right. So I am going to use my superpower, and I move 2 and deal 5 damage to a character at range 1. So I'm going to move right to this spot, and I'm going to pick this guy right here. And let's see if it's him. No!
Wow.
Wow! Okay, but that still gave me 2 points, so we know the next one we defeat, it's him. It's the last villain. So, all right, Carmen?
Okay, I'm going to use maneuver, which I move 4, and let's see, it's on yellow, so that guy's going to move.
Yeah, I should have moved there instead. I don't know what I was thinking. That was silly of me.
Okay, so I will move 4.
Uh-huh.
And then I become the first hero or retrieve a basic or special action.
You can get your costume back.
Or, could I get my superpower? No.
No, it's an epic.
Okay, I think I'll become first hero.
Okay, there you go. All right, y'all finished?
Yes.
All right, so let's move that down. 2. I just knocked myself over. 1, 2. All right, and now they deal their damage, so I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 total damage. All right, so I will play that.
Okay, I've got 4 damage coming my way. I will play Retaliate and Costume. So
Okay,
Retaliate.
that gives you 1 point for Retaliate. I hate your Retaliate. It's just so dang on strong.
Okay, and then Costume, I guess I'll take Maneuver back into my hand.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so Carmen, if you get this guy right here, we know that that's the villain, so hit him with your best shot.
Okay.
Come on,
I will
fancy
hit
pants.
him with Strike.
All right, so we know it's him. So let's pull him off the board and replace him with, ready? It is none other than the Pink Jock. Okay, down at the bottom it says, attack actions played by the first hero deal +1 damage to this villain. So you actually did 6 damage to him instead
and
of...
I'm playing Press.
So that means 2 more points of damage then too.
That's
So a
8
total
damage.
of 8 damage.
Okay.
Nice work, Carmen. So he's only got 7 health left. And then it says at the top, Ultra Hazing, deal 4 damage to each hero with an active attack action. So, wow! Once again, it's just comboing. That's kind of funny.
You know what I almost forgot?
So this is going to be game because I'm now able to play my Surge, which is going to allow me to activate my Mutant and my special attack. So I get to first move 2 spaces, and I get to deal 2 points of damage to the villain. Now I get to activate my special attack, which allows me to deal 5 points of damage. So I will now defeat the villain. Pink Jock, I am sorry that I had to do that, but your hazing has got to end. In the name of justice, I cannot allow you to escape. You must stay here. I am sorry, but this is the way it's got to be. First off, I got 4 points for that. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to add up our victory points to see who actually won the game. So, first off, what we're going to do is we are going to look down here at the bottom, and we're going to look at our headlines. So, we look at our little markers. Carmen got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points for her headlines. And I got 8 points as well. So, that puts me at 30. All right. Next, we have our quirks. Both of us, hey, we were both solid on our quirks, so good for us. Neither one of us missed one. Villain damage times 2. So both of us are going to add up the total amount of damage we have done to the villain, and we are going to get times 2 that many points. So I am 46 points, which will put me now at 86. So I'm going to just move right to there.
And
I'm sorry, it'd be
44 points, so 37 plus 40.
What are you trying to do here?
37 and 40.
You're at
44. 44 points.
Oh, you're at 44? Okay, you should be at what, 90 then? Well, no, I'm sorry. So minus 30, so that put 40, you'd be 81. So 81 would put you right here. Okay? Ooh, it's a close game. All right, let's keep going down.
Okay.
Most damage dealt to the villain. I think that was me, so...
You were one more than
15,
me.
16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
I was 22.
Yes! So I get 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and Carmen gets 2.
Okay.
Most henchmen KO'd, which I've got 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I've only got 3.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 points for Carmen. Most underlings KO'd, I believe that is you.
Definitely
so
me.
1, 2, 3, 4, and I get 2. I lose 4 points from my injury. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So final score, Carmen had what, 60, 70, 89 to my 92. So 89 to 92 is the final score. Fantastic game. A lot of fun.
Congratulations, Dino Foot.
Well, that was a really good game. I tell you, a lot of our games are pretty close like that, but I honestly thought that my injuries, because you didn't have any, but I had the 2, I thought that was going to make the difference and you were going to win because of that.
I should have beat you up some more.
Well, you had the capacity to try to do it, but thank goodness you didn't get me any worse. Now, I did make a mistake, though, that one time. I should have counted more towards my damage that I would have taken.
Because of the injury,
yeah, but you know, sometimes you just overlook them small things. And I don't know if that would have made that big of a difference in the long run of the game. So, but overall, let's talk about the game itself. I'll let you go first, and what your thoughts are. Finalize. What do you think of the game?
Oh, well, first of all, what I really love about it is that every time I move, I'm playing a card in order to do so. But I only have, you know, 6, 7, possibly 8 cards. And that's it. That's all I have to keep track of. So I learn my cards, and I don't have to read them every time and try to figure out what I'm doing.
It's simple to keep track of what you're doing.
Yeah.
That's what you're getting at.
Right.
Okay, and I know for me, one of the things that I enjoy is kind of like that, you know, this is not, I heard people throwing around deck builder, okay? This has no semblance of a deck builder. Get that out of your minds. It's not that, okay? It's just flat out hand management and trying to maximize each turn, and that's what I think I enjoy about this game is that you do not want to have a turn go by where you are not accomplishing something, you know? Even if it's a rest, resting at the right time is the key to this game.
You are forced to rest, but if you play your cards right, you can pick some of them back up, and you don't have to rest as often.
Exactly. So. Now, how do you, we talked before we started filming that the variety and the scenarios and all that, what do you think?
I mean, I was blown away when we found out there was more than one scenario, because... you know, to begin with, you've got a variety of heroes to play with, a variety of villains to play with, a variety of quirks to play with. You know, the top and the bottom of the heroes can be switched up. And the biggest thing to me is that the headlines are switched up. So you're not always going for points in the same way either.
I can tell you guys that we are playing this, and I got to give this prototype back to Travis. I don't want it to leave my house. Mm-hmm. I actually like playing this game enough that I just want to keep sitting down and play a little bit more. That's how much I've enjoyed it so far. It's a fantastic game that, I mean, truthfully, because of the variety, because not just the scenarios, but just the fact that you could change up your hero, you could change up the villains. And what you guys saw with our villains, that wasn't premeditated. The fact that we had Pink Jock, where, you know, if you play an attack card, it's going to do extra damage, but if you play the attack card, you're going to receive, you know, extra damage. That was kind of neat. I mean, you know, there's stuff like that.
Yeah, there's neat combos that come up, and you're like, oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
And it might not come up again.
Yeah, and that's what's cool about it, too, is you may never see that combo for a long time. So, and I think that keeps it variety. Now, we have played 3 out of the 4 scenarios that came in this prototype. Mm-hmm. We've played the one you just watched, obviously, the Asylum. We've played the conveyor belt one, which I love the conveyor belt one.
I think that's a factory.
Yeah, the factory,
That is a lot of fun with stuff blowing up. And you get to hop on the conveyor belt right around.
And then we played the, kind of like the introductory style one, which we did not play that one in this, this live play because with 2 people... And that's what I'm going to talk about here in just a second. We could just divide up on each side of town, and we would never cross paths, and I don't like that as much. I like to always have that threat that my opponent's going to possibly be able to attack me.
I think you probably have a lot more interaction. Of course, if you have more players, you're going to be on top of each other, beating each other up a lot more often.
And that's what I was going to say. Even though her and I, it's been mainly, we've only played with the maximum of 3 people, but it's mainly just been her and I. I've enjoyed it a lot with just her and I. We don't do a lot of hero KOs in it because, you know, because it's just her and I.
Right.
But I think with more players, you would see that happen more often because you can really gang up on somebody. I attack her, my opponent attacks because he sees that she has no cards left because you're having to constantly discard cards. So, overall, I think it's a wonderful game. I really think that it's a game that has high replayability. It's a lot of fun. And this is kind of almost like the real first superhero board game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a board game.
Yeah.
It's not a card game. I mean, we mentioned hand management, and that is part of it, but that's the mechanic. That's not the game. I mean, you're running around the board doing things. And someone mentioned they wished it was a co-op. I gotta nix that. No, I'm so glad it's not a co-op. I mean, there's so much more going on because you're going for points.
But isn't it neat that the Asylum, it's kind of like it somewhat is a co-op, but not really, you know?
It's kind of just because you'll both lose if all three, you know, escape. But
yeah, and what was funny was we played this before, and we've actually had 2 of the villains escape at one time, but then we learned attack them at the high point.
Right,
and let
not down at the bottom.
So anyways, final thoughts? What do you think?
Oh, I just think it's a fantastic game. It's so much fun, and I think that gamers, I know as soon as I sat down to play it, I really enjoy thinking up my strategy of how I'm going to get so many points. So I really think that heavy gamers would enjoy it too. Yeah,
and I think that the fact that you mentioned like a heavy gamer can enjoy it, but at the same time, the fact that it's got the quirks, and I recommend you always play with the quirks. Do not play this game without them. It adds so much. That's what keeps it silly and upbeat. And I mentioned this in the video itself, but the quirks are also adding the fact that I'm going to have to pay attention when my opponent is playing their turn. It can't be that I'm going to sit back and relax. There's so many games that I've played where when it's Carmen's turn, I'll pick up my phone and check my email and all kinds, or watch TV, you know, because I got a TV in here. You can't do that with this game because I want her to lose fame and points.
And you don't have to be a heavy gamer to play the game, you know. Yeah. But you'll still enjoy it if you are. So that's what I really like the fact that you're going for points. Yeah.
So ultimately, yes, I approve of the game. I love the game. I think it's a lot of fun. I want to keep playing it. Travis, you're going to have to get this prototype back to me after you're done with it after this campaign because I really just want to keep playing the game. So
I just think it's very exciting. I mean, I know unique is a buzzword. I don't really want to use that, but when Travis showed us the game, it was like I was back at Gen Con, you know, looking at something brand new.
It's fresh.
No, that's not a buzzword.
So anyways, if you like what you see, you like what you hear, go over to Kickstarter, check it out. It's Heroes Wanted by Action Phase Games. It's doing wonderful right now on Kickstarter. Go support it. Do whatever you want. Throw all your money at it. My name's Tim Norris.
And Carmen.
Bye-bye.
Bye.